find a place that you can very gently allow your body to relax. And very gently find a space to, is that desert? Hi, Rebecca, great to see you all. So find a space that you can very gently come into a place of how important this frequency and the vibration that you are going to make a custom, like you're brushing teeth. So that repetitive energy actually will create a frequency that frequency is going to be sustainable. So it will answer a lot of your questions. Why is my delay to my healing? Why is the place that I need to be, it's not there, or the relationship that I want to build up with my partner? Why isn't these things are not happening as I imagined it to happen? So this is I hear all that. I hear you very, very well, because there is a place of inquiry. But you have to understand your thoughts and your emotions are very powerful, but it's also very powerful on a negative level. Yes, you have this vibration of you want to have the correct hope for things to change, but then somehow, when you are not in the state of the practice, you go into the frequency of record yourself for a 2-3 minutes or 5 minutes or a half an hour. You will see when you're listening to that, then somehow the fear has come into you. But I don't think I have enough funds to do this. Or I don't think I have enough time to do it. I think my idea has been taken, or I think it's okay. This is God's wish, so therefore, this is what is. Uh, Now, this is what is a realization when you write that to me. But if this is what is coming out of the fear to accept the circumstances of your life, then you're not creating that frequency that life is constantly want you to come to that alignment, so it can totally flow into that capacity of the unlimited version of yourself. The limitation comes when you are in the past and you have constant future projections, why things are not happening, why you are not doing this, why I can't go to that person, why I can't deal with that financial problem. That all comes from because of your past. And if you bring the frequency to the present moment, it's like throwing a pebble into a lake constantly. If you keep pinning the frequency of the present moment, you will see that things are aligning. Not just things are aligning, things are aligning way before you understand it. And you can then collectively elevating to pick up the things that you want to create your own graph, own picture, all of that, but not on the place that you are habitually have come from. If you're coming from a place of that fear, but you might not show it as fear, you might show it as that is in your education. That's what the Veda says, that's what the science says. Nothing to do with it. If you're constantly find a way to limit yourself, constantly weighing that your thoughts and emotions, monitor how you even react yourself, how do you introduce yourself. Some people are introducing themselves as soon as the name finishes, and if they're very familiar, they just bring that scarcity into it. Uh, Time is running, I'm not enough, this. So today's class is how to observe that. And it's a very important place that you rest to find this place within that self. But you're also told that if you're not a doer, and you're constantly not drained yourself by doing, you're not achieving anything. I think this is also Karpati. I don't think this suits this level of the world now. You don't have to do constantly and work very, very hard to achieve things. And if that's what it is you're thinking, then also be consciously observe that part of it. You you create and you prepare yourself and you meet opportunities. That's how it is. And it's not about when you work so hard and you're drained when the opportunity comes and you don't even realize the opportunity. So saying that, I will move the camera and take a deep breath in and elongate that spine and allow the chest to be open and allow the heart to be softened and very gently, authentically, this is who you are. And take a deep breath into the count of 4. Hold the breath to the count of 4. Gently breathing out into the space of count of 4. And pause the breath into the count of 4. But all these things are happening without the pause. So you just become the energy of the light. Allow the desire for the present moment. Let everything take care of the rest of the class. Now take a deep breath in and create some space in the spine. Keep that breath happening. Take a moment today to pause and breathe and connect. Trust that there's a great unfolding is happening. Now take a deep breath in and twist in the spine to the right side on the out breath. Let that Leela, the divine dance of the creation. Remember, your purpose is not to figure it out, to become the frequency. Take a deep breath in, coming back, change the leg formation. We'll gently take a deep breath in and twist in the spine to the opposite direction. Just allow this moment as a transformation. Keep the breath in that harmony. Back into the center. Arms raised onto the crown, and I want you to soften the ribcage and elongate, interlacing the fingers, palms facing up. Now soften that middle rib where you hold the stress, the control, and allow that to very gently allow with the solar plexus with that quantum field. And just breathing effortlessly into those neural paths. Breath out, spread the wings and touch the floor. Now very gently take a deep breath in and stretch the neck to the right side. Ease and grace. Breathing in back into the center, elongate the spine. Stretch the head onto the opposite direction. Back into the center. Take a deep breath in and shrug the shoulders, tilt the head back, aligning the energy. Radiate that through the whole process. Open and close the mouth wider. Wider. Breath out, release the tension. Every breath is a stroke that you're putting into this manifestation of your whatever it is. Now take a deep breath in and coming into the Garudasana, right side on the top, right arm on the top. Very gently stroke the third eye, breathing in into the same count. Stay aligned with the energy. Avoid falling back into the doubt or the fear. Notice yourself trying to figure it out. How am I going to get it? Who am I going to do it with? Take a deep breath in, stroke the third eye into the crown, twist the spine to the right side and opening up on the out breath. Gently remind yourself that it is not to know how. It's not giving up, it's just stepping into the depth, back into the center Garudasana onto the other side. If you want to change the leg formation, celebrate that. Keep the breath happen. Keep the body holding in that space. Feel this in this present moment. When you're fully present, you're pinging, you're broadcasting a signal, responding to that you're in the present moment. Now take a deep breath in, stroke, breath out, twist the spine to that opposite direction. Back into the center. Now, let's say your desire has already have taken place. I want you to very gently bring your meditation into the space of gratitude and joy for the excitement of that. What would it feel to have that space, whether you have recovered from health, whether you recover from finance burdens, recover from coming into a greater place with the relationship? I want you to take a deep breath in and breathe out into a seated cat. Now release your attachment to the outcome. Trust that energy of the intelligence has connected to you, has heard, and already is working. Imagine when you totally believe that something is happening, someone promised you that you know that that person is going to be there. What's that feeling is for you? Breathing in, tongue roll up onto the upper palate, energy gaze onto the third eye. Breath out into a seated anus lock, navel lock, throat lock. Relax. Keep your state open. Breathing in, tongue roll up onto the upper palate, energy gaze. Get that tongue muscle stretched up. So it will also stop that snoring, that the tongue collapse onto the back of the throat. Understand this. Breathe out, inner stop, navel. Back into the center. Now very gently coming onto the knees, palms onto the floor, onto a place your palms on the floor, knees on the floor, toes the floor, into a gentle move, into a space of relax, trusting your present moment. You're no longer living in that space of the fear, reviving what has happened, the limitations of the past. Breathing in, drop the belly, tongue roll up onto the upper palate, energy gaze onto the third eye. Moment where the chakras are residing. It's not existing in your past. Failures, regrets, letting go, forgiveness, or future overly protecting from it. Because overly protecting it happening in the future is also past. Breathe out, anus lock, navel lock, throat lock into the field of the present moment. Relax, let go, you're harmonizing with that space. Now breathing in into a neutral spine and give that digestion a space and rotate the hips wider. Let that field is moved into the space of the digestion, and it can work freely, moving through digesting whatever the life is bringing to you. It is preparing you. So don't think it's against you. The circumstances and opportunities into your life. Now to the other side. Now allow this movement to letting go, allowing to remain, but remain unexpected. Back into the center, push the hips into the front, breathe out, push the hips into the back, palms facing up. So when the cosmic karmic flow happens, it has much more better ways than you thought it should come. Because you think from people that has to come, events and opportunities it has come. But the flow of the delivery of the universe is not just that. That's your fixation to all your problems. This person has to forgive me, that person has to do this. So you have the specific outcomes to your space of the spiritual enlightenment. So you're missing out on things. Palms facing down, relax, crawling and bringing the chest into the front. Now open the body where you are holding any restrictions in this body. You're moving with the breath, you're moving with the movement, you're synchronizing in your mind, your body with the vibration. You're essentially, the practice is a trust of this space of the unknown already happening. Elbows onto the floor, breathing in into a gentle cobra. So elevate the heart, coming into a gentle cobra, elbows softening where it is sitting, creating a space for the ribcage. Trust the process. You don't barge into every single detail of this energy. Clarity of the thought, what you want very clearly, how you want is nothing to do with it. Overlooking to the right side. Now this feeling of abundance it's a great play of love. When you have a great play of love, you are not punishing anything. There is nothing to fear to control this space of love. There's nothing, the doubt will grow on this. Breathing in back into the center, overlooking into the other side. Trust. Ask yourself, breath in, coming back into the center, where is your resistance is coming from? Your resistance should come on fear from your past, your doubts, your beliefs that you can't do it. And at that very moment, you're going into a very lower frequency. When you have a lower frequency, what happens if you have a lower voltage, a higher frequency of electricity can blow the bulb. Now, if that energy is happening anywhere in the body, just allow that body to relax, and synchronize into that space with the breath, with the movement, and relax the third eye onto the floor. Just very gently creating a flow on the third eye by rolling the third eye on the fist or on the hands, and very gently come into the process. Now, let that eye come into not just of the manifestation, but also to the space of the unmanifested. Let go of the manifestation and surrender your need, surrender into controlling. All these events are happening like a great music piece, not only by one instrument, but solely. So pushing and blocking that is stopping that great orchestra. Back into the center. Now very gently bringing the palms where the elbows are, breathing in into the up face. Breathe out towards the down face. Now remind yourself it is not your interest how things should happen or how you are. This person is running out of things, so he can't give, or this place can't give, that place can't give. Now, don't leak your energy, so shut those places that you are constantly occupied with. And bend your knees and release the tension and accept. Don't ask a specific way of things to happen. Whether it's the health, whether it's the love, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a manifestation, whether it's finance. Let it be in that expansive, intricate way. Now take a deep breath in, left leg up into the back. Do a good rotation to that foot and release any interruption from that foot. Let the body be a great paintbrush that creating these strokes on your field of your creation. Left knee to the left chest, breathing in, stretch back. Bring a color that you're vibrating in. Color therapy is good. Into the left elbow, stretch back, breathing in. Take a deep breath in, that left knee onto the right elbow. Come into a creative flow. Stretch back, left foot into the front. Relax the body, arms stretch into the back. Arms rest onto the ground. Take that mudra simultaneously where the present moment with space. Now to any place, awaken into the existence of releasing the control, releasing the space of the analytical mind, releasing the rooted fear from the past. Let this mudra is a reminder and constantly that you're uttering the predictability of your limitation, but you are saying that it is the world. Let this mudra and gently open up this mudra into the Virabhadrasana, unknown, infinite, vast, and full. Take a deep breath into this body and feel that space. Observe that each breath is a solution and a great space of events you could even never predict or anticipate. Something should happen, you're shutting down this energy field. This is the way I want it to happen. Just let it be. Gentle arch. Take the breath from that elevator. Make decision that it has been happening. Happen. Back into the center. Over onto the right arm reaching up to the ceiling. Clench and unclench. Now, right, reaching into the front. Touch the floor. Now, the beauty of the mind and the body is, if the body has limitations, the mind can imagine beyond the limitation. But people imagine the limitation. Left arm reaching up to the ceiling, into the back and touch the floor. Drop the back knee, hold on to the front knee. Let this synchronicity unfold. So open up your groins, open up, move. Now begin to reflect in inner changes that you made. Palms raised onto the crown, interlacing the fingers, palms facing up. Open up the lower back and arch a bit more. Bending the knee to the front more. Spread the wings wide and release. Flat. Now, in this plank, try to stay and engage the pelvic flow to Get that intelligence on the navel chakra and the pelvic floor beyond the limits. Nothing is manifested within the narrow confines. Now, strong on the pelvic floor, left knee onto the floor, right arm reaching up to the ceiling. Observe. Enter into this space. Now your mind is totally in that space of quietness, openness, connection to the impossibilities, to possibilities, right reaching into the back, touch the floor. Now drop the knee. Completely breathe out to the cat. And you're having this space of gratitude, the love, the joy, the living. Right at this moment, no one of you are in trouble. Drop the belly, tongue, roll up onto the upper palate, energy gaze onto the third. Now, great people who are spiritually connected, their futures are already happening. Their speech, their giving is on a space of elevation. They make decisions from that space, not from the space their past was. Breathe out, anus lock, the navel lock, because this field of frequency, much more far away than all of your life stories, or your mother's stories, father's stories, lover stories, ex-partners, brother stories. Breathing in from the belly, look up, tongue roll up onto the energy power is observe, focus, energy. Your work here is to keep that energy clear, not to organize the job. Breathe out, anus lock, navel lock, throat lock. Now back into a neutral spine, give a good rotation to the hips, get that inflammation out of that digestion from the lower back, where people have sciatica. Match the new energy. Put out this into the space of the body, space of the mind. It's not about thinking positive. I'm not a huge fan of thinking positive. It's also not pretending to feel good about for 5 minutes because you heard a great thing and you share it with me about the same onto the other side. But it is living with that truth, uniting its awareness into the alignment with your desire. Time that you have come to become familiar with this energy. So your future self is more real, isn't it? Onto the other side. And then take a break and stretch the spine. And relax, because the spine is also the frequency of the body. Attract this. The moment you feel that you have achieved the space, achieved all your desires, it's not an imagination now. It is a frequency. It's actually a reality of a neurologically, chemically, biologically, your body begins experience safety. Now, this safety, even you have money and without a practice, it won't feel. This safety, if you have superannuation as a safety, it won't be there. Because that safety that you're keeping into the future has to feel now on a quantum level, on a reflection level, on an awakening level, and you begin to recognize. Now you can see people much more clearly because you're seeing things of frequency, energy, spaces, your work, your music, your art, your service, your creation. There is a new magnetic space, and that present moment is your signature. Now you are creative because you know what frequency things vibrate, what things frequency things are present, really, what frequency things are destructive. Got it. But the greatest frequency is love and joy and health and abundance. To every palms facing down, pulling and bringing the chest into the front, breathing in into up face, breathe out towards the down face. Rotation to the right leg up, right foot, release. Right knee to the right chest, breathe out, stretch back. Right knee to the right elbow, stretch back. Right knee to the left elbow, stretch back. Right foot into the front. Arms stretch into the back, placing the fingers. Arms rest onto the ground. Arms onto the pranayama position. Shift your energy. Now, instead of desiring to want, you have changed the mode of being. The desire has manifested and it's being. Now you are manifesting that energy in the present moment in the body and the mind and the energy field around you. How is this? Again, feeling. Feeling having a great space of a body, healing, letting go of a past. What does it feels like? Letting go of a fear. What does it feels like? Independence. What does it feel like? It's a current. It's a frequency. Open up into the Virabhadrasana when you are start breathing in that frequency. How you have changed your energy. When your energy changes, your life changes because you just communicate with that space of the feeling. Not because you work hard, not because you are trying hard, because you have gratitude, you have the liberation of the practice, you're being abundant, and you're allowing things to happen from that space of abundance. Take a mudra to gentle arch. Back into the center, elbow onto the knee, the arm reaching up. Release any tension, release any interference that still the past part of the body is clear about, or interpreting the fields of blockages as a stress. That's reaching into the front and touch the floor. Take a deep breath in, right arm reaching up to the ceiling, clenching out. Right reaching into the back, touch the floor. Drop the back knee onto the floor, holding onto the front, coming to that neutral space. Your thoughts are like a mirror. Even if you want to get out of a bad fear, it simply matters the reflection of you. Let it break from it. You can't beg the cosmic energy. Take a deep breath in. Once you release the tension of your knees and hips, arms raised onto the ground. Interlacing the fingers, palms facing up. Spread the wings wide and touch the earth. Line. Drag me onto the floor very gently. Left arm reaching up to the ceiling. Just reaching into the back and touch the floor. Drop the knees. Give a good rotation in the hips. Let the evidence of the before externally that are happening to you before it's happening. What a rotation to the outside. Stretch the spine and relax, palms facing out. Come into the liberation of this new blueprint and signature. Coming into this alignment between your inner and your external. You're aligning now all that energy field. They're in harmony with the future. So when the future happens, only when you have that present harmony in it. Otherwise, you will be constantly want to live in the fear of the future. Uh, the the creation does not respond to what you want, and you're constantly saying that I need this, I need this, I need. But it is just working on who you are being. That's why the meditation is very important. That's why self-healing class is. It does not operate based on words and writing and pictures. It listens to the energy vibration that's signaling that you are broadcasting out into a field that signals that your thoughts and your feelings and they are all on that electrical charge, a magnetic charge together. That you are fulfilled in this very moment. There is an ease in it. So there's no fight to own that kingdom. It is. You're elevated and it is elevated to that field. Possibility. You're living and breathing the extension of this infinity, not the scarcity. Coming to a child pose when you understand this intelligence. Come to the crown of the head and activate the pituitary and the pineal energy, the result of the body. And release that struggle, go back into the third eye, fist on the third eye. And you're coming into the place of gratitude. How many things in abundance right now you have? When you start thinking about things that you don't have, it's a self-talk. You're choosing again and again to go into that place of scarcity. Focus on what you want, not what you don't. To start with the breath, the energy of the sun, energy of the breeze. More peace. When you come into that realization, Very gently wake up the spine intentionally, informing the spine to consume this space of the feeling, not conversation. What you feed your mind shapes your reality. So please, today is all about nourishing it. But nourishing is not also words and poetry, but it's a feeling. Tell me when you go to listen to music, uh, like Rihanna. Let's say Rihanna is a very well-known harpist now. Would you listen to the word of the music, or you are listening to the vibration that shapes your reality, nourishes? Do you break down your food, or you're facing the vibration, transformation? When this happens, there's an energy feel unstoppable. When you go and work with a therapist, with having certain taste as a healing, with herbs and all that, it's a vibration. And this highly amplified in that energy when it permeates every cell in your body. When you're struggling, first thing is be gentle with yourself. Just bring that voice down. Get into the breath. Learn how to move from the head to the experience, and let the experience to gently, slowly change. Your past should never be a chain that binds you or a shackle that binds you. It should be like a thing that you have for children to jump up and down in the backyard. Expansion and expansion and expansion. What is it called as when you jump up in the backyard? What do you call it? Trampoline. Trampoline. Your practice should be like a trampoline. Prioritize yourself, nurturing care. Wake up that space. You cannot come from that scarcity. Now, very gently stretch the legs into the front. Let those feet opens up. Get that energy flow. It is also very important. This practice is also you're setting up sacred boundaries to protect your energy about how information is consumed. And some people know every word I told they will make a sentence for me, but yet they don't have speed, space, and speed. Now take a moment. I want you to have an inner dialogue with yourself without words. I want the vibration of those words to be feel. So take a deep breath in and nurture the potential of your own greatness. Mm. Become a greater observer of following you, not following others, not even me. So take a moment. Speak to your inner self with the breath, with kindness, gentleness. Mm. The out breath, I want you to release the weight of the past that you're holding. You're blaming yourself for choosing the wrong person, choosing the wrong business, choosing the wrong partner, choosing the wrong location. Mistakes and failures on the out breath. If you carry this story, you're still holding on to this. And your past defines you, but your past does not determine who you are in this very present moment. What matters is how consciously you're moving into this new creation of yourself, new script of yourself. So let this meditation to be celebrate the goodness in this present. Gratitude. So your words, as I say, it's an energy that shapes your reality. Like a seeds planted in your subconscious create the world and the weather and the ecosystem you're experiencing. So you're planting the seeds of limitations by your lack, fear. You imagine if you draw a picture from there, it's not be affirming abundance, possibilities. Pay attention to the language you use, how you speak to yourself. Just observe the mind, your doubt might creep in, just as a coincidence. It will be the reflection of your present awakening. It's not positive thinking, remember. You're witnessing. But what's the frequency you give when there's thoughts appears? What's the frequency you give by believing and feeling and celebrating? Acknowledge and reinforce the process. Open yourself into greater possibilities. Just observe as that I'm observing you now. Preserve the gratitude for what is already manifested. But they have created a path even for have a desire, whether it's for the health, whether it's for the relationship, whether it's for abundance. Express is expressing in the vibration, it's transforming the essence. Taking this moment when you're coming to that realization very gently, arms raised onto the crown, palms onto the namaskar position. This frequency is like a muscle. The more you flex, it's stronger and it becomes soon your neural paths, your creation of the flow, your beauty, your blessing, your aura. When you come into that realization, the secret space of that energy that you have activate, shifting your vibration from lack to abundance. Let that be your magnetic flow for all the chores that appears as great opportunities and blessings into your life to open yourself up to receive even more gratitude. And let this practice be the signal to the universe that you are ready for the next elevation of growth. In the return, the universe will begin to deliver as the gift is this practice as a start and continually being in the state of the appreciation that expand your life in. Namaste. So the practice is all about not digging every day to see whether that thing has happened. Practice is also showing you patience. We live in a world that is constantly moving very, 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 very quickly. So a lot of people plant a seed and they start digging it disturbs that energy. Mm. Sometimes I do get calls and emails and all that when someone is healing. They want to know whether they have healed. It is a vibration. If you constantly go and dig it, whether it has started, that means you are cutting the seeds of healing in the space of a frequency of fear and doubt, and the healing stripped for a while, rather than blossoming into the next level. Sorry for Sarah that I have not replied to your message, but I'll get back to it. I just had some work that I need medically to be done, and I'm attending into it. And my love to you all, Nicolina, Sylvia, and Christina, Matt, Rebecca, and Des, now Maria, and Sage, and Liana, and Sarah also has disappeared again. I think we'll come back. Love you all. Big thanks. Keep in the practice. It's a beautiful, magical practice. Stay in this. Namaste to you all.